Hello, friends. That makes me feel a little like Jim Nance coming in with his warm welcome, that iconic pause that he said, "Hello, friends." Well, May 12th is a special day for me. It marks the start of my journey with World Footbag Association 42 years ago. And today marks a milestone, a new milestone. My official stepping down as the owner and president. It's been an incredible ride, and I'm truly grateful to have shared this journey with many of you. Obviously, this is a major life shift that's conjuring up a lot of emotions, but also a lot of thoughtful reflections. Change is not always easy, but it is inevitable for all of us who are involved in this life voyage. Some of you might know that I first discovered footbag at a raucous party back in 1977 in Portland, Oregon. I had no idea what I was getting into at 1 a.m. in the morning when a total stranger shared with me his little beanbag game he called Hacky Sack. I was hooked immediately. It didn't take long before I realized this wasn't just a passing hobby. It was something that sparked a passion in me that I couldn't ignore. At that time, I was working at a ski shop, Glacier's Edge, a well-established shop in the Portland area. I did a little nosing around and was able to find the source for hacky sacks in the neighboring town of Oregon City. I convinced Harry Buckley, the owner of the store, to bring in a few hacky sacks to see if we could generate some interest. From there, it was all about spreading the word. I was kicking, talking it up, selling more likely, giving them away for free, every chance I had. It was an amazing time, meeting the co-inventor, John Stahlberger, and key staff for the National Hacky Sack Association, Ted Huff and Garwin Bruce. These guys were shaping the sport. I soon found myself more deeply involved, helping it grow in ways I never imagined. We brought in demonstration teams to perform and provide free clinics at the store. We even sponsored some local teams and tournaments to help fuel the growth. Back then, the activity was confined to the Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver, Washington area, and everybody called the game hacky sack, and even the thing we kicked a hacky sack. John was given some legal advice that he'd better figure out a way to call the activity a different name, or his clever brand name of hacky sack would be lost in the world as a generic. The name footbag was a natural fit because we used our feet, and then the item was basically a bag. It flowed like baseball, basketball, and football. If you want to brush up on your footbag and hacky sack history, you can get the full scoop at WorldFootbag.com. In 1981, I was given the opportunity to buy a hacky sack distributorship for the state of Colorado. I paid $10,000, which bought me full state sales rights and 5,000 footbags to peddle. This launched my full-time footbag career with my new company I called Just for Kicks. I told anyone who would take the meeting with me, big retailers, mom and pop shops, and probably a few folks who just wanted directions. In 1982, I was invited to come to work directly for John Stahlberger and Lee Kennedy at KenCorp Sports in Vancouver, Washington, as their sales and promotions guy. It was heaven. Talk footbag all day, kick with the best players in the world all night. The competitive scene was also heating up with disciplines like consecutive, net, freestyle, and golf. My skills were definitely improving too, with the help of players like Mag Hughes and Greg Cortopassi and Billy Hain, Kenny Schultz, and so many others. In 1983, John and Lee were courted and convinced to sell the North American rights for hacky sack to Whammo, makers of the slingshot, super ball, hula hoop, frisbee, slip and slide, and boogie board. Whammo would add hacky sack to their lineup of powerful brand names that were synonymous with what it is you do. This brought on a major career shift for all of us employed at KenCorp. We were stunned to be out of a job that we loved so much. On May 12, 1983, Greg Cortopassi and I founded the World Footbag Association as the sport's official players organization. This was definitely one of the proudest moments of my life. Our mission was simple: bring the sport we love to the world. Our slogan was "Where the players make the difference." Our first office, a cozy little space attached to a long row of airplane hangars at Pearson Air Park, a small airport in Vancouver, Washington. This seemed appropriate for a company and sport that were just taking off. Over the years, we've helped to promote footbag at all levels, from local enthusiasts to competitive athletes. Watching the sport grow, evolve, and reach new heights has been incredibly rewarding. Along the way, I've been blessed to kick with some famous people like two-time Super Bowl champion and Hall of Fame member John Elway, 1976 Olympic gold medal winner in the decathlon, Bruce Jenner, now Caitlin. Actor, director, producer, Kevin Costner. Professional skateboard phenom, Tony Hawk. 10 years after, guitarist and lead vocalist, Alvin Lee. Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker. Fitness guru and television personality for nearly 3 decades, Jack LaLanne. And a colorful aerobic fitness personality, Richard Simmons. I performed all over Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and to almost all 50 states in the U.S. It's a blessing. Throughout my life, at least when I started 4th grade, friends have given me nicknames. I guess I've got a kind of a nickname personality or something, or just a target on my back for them. It started with Taj, and then it grew into Tajul, and then in high school and during my time at the ski shop and tennis shop, they called me Ruby for my red hair, which now turns gray. My footbag life gave me Guettich, Goo, Mr. Footbag, and the Commish. Goo's probably used more often, but honestly, I must tell you, I'm most fond of the nickname that the late, great Eric Bartholomew gave me, the Commish. If you want to learn more about all the cool stuff we did, check out WorldFootbag.com for the full story of World Footbag and the sport. Hey, none of this would have been possible without the incredible community of people who shared my love for footbag. The relationships I've built over the years are priceless, whether it's through competitions, festivals, fairs, school programs, jam sessions, or just a moment of laughter with some friends. I'm proud of what we've created together, and the friendships formed along the way are some of the most cherished parts of my journey. 99.9% of all the people that I come in contact with on a daily basis are loving, caring humans that are full of energy. Promoting a game that has a lifetime of challenges, is fun, is full of exercise, is not only a joy, but it's easy. World Footbag is the byproduct of the hard work, dedication, and sacrifices of so many people. The list of thank yous to who I owe so much gratitude and respect could go on for hours. Here's a quick shot at it, but please forgive me if I've missed you in this emotional flurry. First, thank you to Mike Marshall, who I never had the pleasure to meet, and to John Stahlberger for creating Hacky Sack. If not for them, I would not be speaking to you today. To my beautiful wife and daughter, Shelby and Kayla, for believing in me and allowing me to do my crazy travels and massive schedule that had a lot of late nights to chase my dreams and follow a passion. A big thank you and shout out to my mom, Rosemarie, and my brother, Roger, and sister, Debbie. My mom taught me to always follow my dreams and never give up. She instilled discipline in me by simply leading by example. My whole family spurred me on, and each one of them worked for World Footbag at various times throughout my startup. To Greg Cortopassi for allowing me to convince him to join me in creating the World Footbag Association atop Mount Bachelor in Central Oregon on May 12, 1983. To the 2 biggest rocks in my life who make up the cornerstone of World Footbag, Peter Shunny and Randy Nelson. They have been by my side full-time in every capacity of my company for nearly 40 years. To Ted Huff for being the instigator of Footbag and for convincing me to buy the Colorado distributorship and come to work for KenCorp Sports. To our first 2 official World Footbag members, Jimmy Caveney and Jeff Animal Johnson, who became instrumental employees and promoters of the sport. World Footbag now has over 125,000 members in 77 countries. To Kenny Schultz, who collaborated with me on creating the most successful selling instructional videos in footbag history, Tricks of the Trade and Tricks of the Trade 2. Thousands were sold, and now countless players are exposed to them online for free. Also, Kenny's graceful flight became World Footbag's logo and brand. To Dan Roddick, Whammo Sports Promotions Director for over a decade, who believed in us and funneled a lot of Whammo's promotional dollars through my company to further the sport and to help keep our lights on. To Whammo's legal team for molding or maybe brainwashing us to correctly use their brand name verbally and in print to never miss a registered trademark symbol. I'm scarred for life, guys. Hacky Sack is a registered brand, a registered trademark of Whammo Incorporated on San Gabriel, California. I was like a robot. To my business mentors, Harry Buckley, Dan Roddick, Ray Ferris, Gary Hammerslag, Bill Bean, and Ken Walsh for their guidance and advice when I reached roadblock challenges that I couldn't solve. Sometimes it just took a few words from these brilliant business minds to keep me on course and moving down the track. To the thousands of wholesale and retail customers around the world who have purchased our products to spread the love of footbag. They truly reinforce our slogan, where the players make the difference. To all of the manufacturers, big and small, of our footbags and accessories that believed in us by listening to our feedback, producing quality products, and were always willing to extend us special payment terms. To all that have worked for World Footbag in the past 42 years as tournament and festival staff, tour team members, office staff, faithful packaging crew. Their dedication of passion and time to footbag is priceless. Our sport would not be the same without them. Please check out our Sports Hall of Fame at footbaghalloffame.net. Nearly half of my staff are Footbag Hall of Fame members, plus it's a cool sight to see. It is with great pleasure that I can share with you that World Footbag legacy is in great hands and will probably continue for generations to come. My son-in-law, Grayson Herdman, has received the passing of the torch with open and loving arms. Grayson is very smart, a tremendous athlete, handsome, a great ski partner, and he's pretty damn good at footbag too. But he needs a little work on his left outside. We'll get to that. I like to think that the old saying that a father's daughter tends to marry someone just like their dad. Grayson's passion for footbag began in 2006, long before he met my daughter, Kayla. He's always had a footbag with him. He even packed a needle, thread, and material to make footbags for gifts and instruction while on surf trips around the world. In 2015, Grayson and Kayla met on a mountain bike trail near Bellingham, Washington. After nearly 6 months of dating, they were asked to attend a Christmas party with a white elephant gift theme. Kayla asked Grayson what she should bring, and he quickly snapped back with, "Let's bring a footbag. Everybody loves that." Naturally, this spurred on a first-time conversation about what her dad did for a living. Good conversation. It's not often a business owner can produce an exit strategy that matches up perfect with the ideal dream. Grayson's passion and excitement for footbag reminds me of me in so many ways. He's got the fire burning hot, and I just can't wait to see where he takes this business and the sport next. As I hand over World Footbag keys, it's comforting to know that footbag is in good hands. Grayson is taking over the work I started, and I have full confidence that he'll continue to carry the sport forward with the same passion and dedication I always had. Although I'm leaving my current role at World Footbag, I want to make it perfectly clear that I will never be leaving the sport. As you can imagine, I've still got a lot of dreams for footbag that need fulfilling. There's so much unfinished business. Sponsors, tournaments, schools, Hall of Fame, museums, coffee table books, documenting the history, and so much more. Kayla and Grayson have insisted on throwing me a small retirement party. They sent out a really sweet e-card invite to some close friends and footbag buddies. I want to share this fun reply I got from a good friend, Michael Noonan, of the famed Moonan and Noonan Beaver Open. This is what he said. As an original character for business cards and logo to this glorious, innovative sport of footbag and the WFA's trajectory, I'm still saddened that the ponytail was removed. I now have a bald spot where it used to be. Ah, memories. Bruce's inspired motivation for this worldwide community, from its foundation to the pinnacle, remains the cornerstone to which all that footbag encompasses. Thank you, Bruce. Job well done. Ah, grasshopper, you leave no trace on the rice paper behind you. It is time to go. Have a fantastic celebration and equally wonderful retirement. You deserve it. Love you, brother. Noonan, Mike Noonan, WFA member number 6. Well, Mike, I've got good news for you. I'm starting another footbag company, and it's called, you guessed it, Just for Kicks. This time, I will put a ponytail back on you, but I might just add some large breasts just to give some color to it. If you've never been to the Beaver Open, you must put it on your bucket list if you've caught the footbag bug. It's a super fun 3-day gathering of newbies and pros who playfully join on a creative slant of events. It's the longest running footbag event in history. Follow your passions, even if you don't have the money. Don't be afraid to work hard, and the rewards will eventually find you as long as you stay the course and never give up. Make plans and dream big, but don't be crushed if your plans don't exactly go as planned. A good friend once told me, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. Let the journey begin, onward and upward to the next chapter that's truly just for kicks.